Hare Krishna. I welcome each and everyone once again for the Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have Her Grace Vinita Gandharvika Devi Mataji to enlighten us on the topic worshipping Govardhan Hill. Before handovering to the Mataji, I would like to hand over the call to Preeti Vilasni Mataji to give introduction about Mataji. Mataji, you can take over the call.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So I welcome everyone to another session of this Krishna Katha Mela, which is a coordinator special session. So you're pretty much going to hear from all our coordinators who are very good speakers and extremely well read. Today we have Her Grace Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. She's a disciple of His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. She came to Krishna consciousness in 2011 through a home program, and she was instantly attracted to chanting the holy names, accepting prasadam and cooking prasadam. So gradually she took up the process very seriously, and she was initiated in 2020. Her family includes her little child Vrinda, who's very popular, and her husband, who are extremely Krishna conscious. She is very much the heart of Bhakti Sangha, because not a single day goes without her presence on the call. She's a part of each and every call on Bhakti Sangha, and she has an array of services like introduction services, YouTube services, live channel services, Facebook service, posters if needed, hosting the calls, teacher on the Damodar class, maintaining and running all the kids and adult classes. And mainly, on top of all this, she has excellent PR skills with which she ties together everyone in Bhakti Sangha as a single family. So pretty much she's very vigilant and extremely ready for any sort of services. She introduced the Japathon for Ekadashi time, because whatever continuous Japa that is going on Ekadasi was started with her, with the chanting of the Ekadasi Mahatmya. And yeah, she also helps with the birthday celebrations. If any of the coordinators have to be treated in a nice way, she steps up and she helps them be a part of family. She's also known as the austerity queen because she can pretty much do any sort of austerity with very, very simple, very simple ease. And she loves to serve as a great everyone gets inspired by her. Her classes are very simple and straight from the heart. And it is amazing how she transforms people just by talking to them for a few seconds. So that's what is going to happen today. So we are all very excited to have Vinita Gandharvika Mataji on call with her simplicity. Mataji, you can now take over. She's going to speak on worshipping the Govardhan Hill, which is a very interesting topic from the 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam of the Krishna book. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Preeti Mataji, for such a beautiful introduction. Thank you, Mataji. I know you glorified me more. I pray that, whatever you said comes true one day. And thank you so much, everyone, for giving me this opportunity today to speak about Govardhan and Krishna Katha on the special auspicious day that we have today is Ekadasi. I'm so fortunate to speak on this special day. I would like to begin the class with prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskrutyam naram cheva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudirahe nasta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavate uttamasloke bhaktir bhavati naistike. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Nama Nama Pankajanabhaya Nama Pankajamaline Nama Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangriye. Om Ajnanaatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmitanyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swaminiti Namine Nama Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayine Gaura Katadama Daya Nagara Grama Tarine Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Once again, I thank everyone for joining today's class, and I am very grateful to Priti Vilasini Mataji and Kitada Mataji for giving me this opportunity. I beg at all of your lotus feet that please bless me so that I speak something correct and something is beneficial for me and all of you. So please bless me with all of your blessings only. I can try something to say something about Govardhan Leela. Hare Krishna, moving into the topic Govardhan Leela, worshipping Govardhana Hill. So this story teaches us that how worse situations can also be a beautiful opportunity to spend with the God. Like how now at present we are also having this worst situation of Corona, and still there is no temples open. There was a very hard time, but still we used our time to be more with Krishna, right? Like we join the Zoom calls, we have association with the on phone, and we are more into Krishna consciousness because there is no much hurry for going to office, sending children to the school. So we are giving more quality time to Krishna, right? In the same way, this pastime also was little bit, by seeing it's little worse because every Vrajabasis were having little trouble, but at the same time, it was a very good opportunity for everyone to spend a very quality time with God. So again, in this also, Radha Swami Maharaj was enlightening on this particular concept is like he was telling that Lord's grace will come upon to us, not just what we expect, but what the God wanted us to happen and how he wanted us to make transform to that mercy. Like let's say I expect something that I wanted to happen. Okay, I wanted to go to the book distribution and I say that okay, I have to distribute 100 books. So but what happens, you pray to Krishna and you do everything, but sometimes what happens, it won't happen. Why? Because Lord wants to teach us something or want to give us something more, what he is willing, not what we will. Always what Krishna wills is going to be more happy for us than what we will, because our willing might be always mixed with the material things. So now moving on to further in the story. So here we see Indra, according to Vedas, he is a king of heaven and he is a main head of department of these clouds. So this is a very big responsibility, right? Imagine this responsibility, whole world is completely depend upon Indra's reign, the clouds and everything is only moving according to the Indra's instructions. So imagine if there is no rains, no food, and how it will be. It is very difficult for us to cope up, right? Our body is also consisting of a lot of water in the body. So how is it possible without water? It is not possible. And also here, we can also see the point where we talk about the gratitude. So now Indra is giving us water. So we have to be gratitude. And we have to be gratitude for many things like that. In that case, like if somebody gives me something, I have to be gratitude. The sun is coming on time. I'm able to see everything. I have to be gratitude by sun. Moon is coming so that vegetation is happening. I have to be gratitude to moon. So how much, where is the end for this gratitude? There is no end for this gratitude. Of course, we have to be gratitude to everybody, everything. But here, What Krishna wanted to show us in this pastime is when he is present in Vraja, he want to show that the gratitude is there, but it is ultimately everything is coming from Krishna. So he wanted to establish the frame, the devotional service towards to him. So because Krishna is the supreme, from Krishna only everything is coming. So although the mighty personality of God, it knows everything what is happening there, very nicely, very innocent way, he was asking to Nanda Maharaj and elderly people over there, so beautifully, Baba, Baba, what's happening here? What is going here? So here we can understand there is one learning aspect here, like how even though Almighty Supreme Personality of Godhead, he knows everything, what's happening there, what is inside, what is outside, everything he knows. But still, look at the humbleness that Krishna is showing to us, everybody, that how humbly we have to approach our elders, how humbly we have to approach our spiritual master. Don't think that we know everything, especially speaking to myself. I should not think that I know everything and I just go to Guru and say, okay, I know everything. It's not like that. We have to be very humble. We are learning it from Krishna. Krishna himself is showing that the humbleness, how he is approaching Nanda Maharaj, even though he knows everything. So he is asking, what is the result for such sacrifices? Whom is it meant for? How is it performed? Will you kindly let me know? So now we see that Nanda Maharaj is performing some sacrifices. So he's asking, why are you doing this? Please let me know what is the need for this. So now we see. So Krishna is again, going into deep and asking him again and again. He's saying in a different ways, trying to convince, to make sure Nanda Maharaj replies him. So now Krishna is saying that, so we are all one family, Baba. So now how can you keep secrets with me? I'm your little child, right? How can you keep secrets with me? In a family, there is no secrecy, right? We keep only secrecy with our enemies or somebody who is envious of us or like that. Then we don't want to share our things. But here, it's not like that. Here, Krishna who is asking. So even sometimes we see within our children, sometimes we don't want to say something, but they consistently ask us, seeing their innocent face, we feel like, okay, let me say. So like this, upon inquiring from Krishna to Nanda Maharaj, Nanda Maharaj was thinking, okay, this young boy is asking me about all of this. How can he understand about this sacrificing of yajna, all of this Veda, rules and everything? How can he understand? He was thinking like that. But Krishna was not leaving him. Please let me know. Please let me know. What is this? Is it a popular ceremony? Can you please tell me? Now, seeing innocent face of Krishna, who will not say, right? Everybody is ready to say whatever he asks. So hearing Krishna's words, now Nanda Maharaj started replying him. What did he reply? He replied that Indra is a king of Megha. Megha means clouds. So only because of the clouds we get the rains. That is why we give respect to Indra. That is why we are doing this sacrifice. So why do we need to sacrifice? Because like how we do pay always our taxes, right? In the same way, we also need to do the sacrifice. Like this, Nanda Maharaj was explaining to Krishna. And also very interesting point Nanda Maharaj makes here that being greed and fear or selfish, lust and everything, we should not forget our traditional ceremonies that are going. So we should do it. So like that, Nanda Maharaj is saying to Krishna. So now here Krishna is speaking now. Now Nanda Maharaj stopped speaking. He told his view why this ceremony is being done and how we have to, why we have to do all that. So now what Krishna is saying? Krishna is saying that in Bhagavad Gita, it is said that there is no demigod worship, because demigod worship is not a permanent thing. Whatever we get benefit returns throughout the demigod worship is very temporary, and also only less intelligent people worship demigod. Not all the intelligent people worship. And one more interesting thing here Krishna is pointing is that only because of the will and will and blessings through Krishna, then only you get these blessings. Otherwise, we cannot get. So first thing is demigod worship is temporary. Only less intelligent people worship it. And the other most important thing, without the will of Krishna, nothing will happen. So that is clearly said in Bhagavad Gita 7.2. Sataya Shraddhaya Yuktastasyaradhanamihate labate cha tata kaman mayeva vihitan hitan. So here the translation says that endowed with such a faith, he endeavors to worship a particular demigod and obtain his desires. But in actually, these benefits are bestowed by me alone. So what is Krishna saying? So we get a faith to a particular deity, and who gives that faith? That faith is also given by Krishna, but the benediction is given by Krishna himself. So here, going further, Krishna wanted to convince Nanda Baba like anything. So he's trying to convince in a different way. So he's telling to his father, there is no need to worship demigods. Why do we need to worship demigod? You see the ocean had lot of water, but still he's getting water. So what is the need? Why do you think that you need to worship now? We don't have to worship. So this is all karma mimamsa philosophy. So here, by His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrita Swami Maharaj was saying very nice point on this. Why is Krishna speaking like this? So Krishna is saying like this. What we understand from this, it's so confusing. Krishna speaking like that ocean is having water, and why do you need to worship? Like it is so confusing for me, especially. So then, His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrita Swami Maharaj explains that, like how Buddha Avatar came and said that there is no killing of animals, but the Vedas and everything he kept aside, but he just stressed on no killing of animals. Here also the same thing, Krishna is saying that these all words only to convince Nanda Maharaj. It's up to us what we take and what we not take. So Krishna is just making, sometimes we can see that Krishna makes some false argument. It is because Krishna is a rule maker. He can make anything rules, and he can also, remove that rules, because he is ultimate authority, right? So here we see that now Krishna is saying that about the prescribed duties, like how Kshatriya has a prescribed duty, Shudra has a prescribed duty, Brahmana has a prescribed duty. Like now, Nanda Maharaj family is Vaishya community. So what is Vaishya community's prescribed duty? Prescribed duty for Vaishya community is cow protection, right? Cow protection, agriculture. This is the prescribed duty for Vaishya community. So here, another interesting point that His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj was talking is that in those days, richness is not calculated on how much how property you have, or how many cars you have, what brand car you have. Let's say if I have BMW car, I am a richest person here, and if I have enough bank balance in my account, oh, I am the richest. Nobody can defeat me. That is what we feel in this material world present. But in those days, in ancient days, what is the things that make us richness? That is dhanya, grains, cow, agriculture. This is what makes us rich in those days. You see that 900,000 of cows Nanda Maharaj had. So there is no question of economic starvation. If you don't get a symbol of grain, if there is no grain, then we have a struggle of food. If there is a grain, then everything is happiness. There is no any sadness. Grains makes us fulfill of everything. Ultimately, we are striving hard for that little food, right? If I get my little food for today, I am happy. So that makes us richness. Then here again, going further into the story of this Govardhan Leela, here His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj is explaining about how in a company there is a proprietor, and there is so many people working under us. Like let's say prime minister is there and he have many members who is working under. So in the same way, here Krishna is a whole proprietor of the whole universe, and he had many people who is working under him. Like Indra is also one of the in charge of the clouds. But we see in Bhagavad Gita, this sloka, Ham sarvasya prabhaho matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita. So here, what is this sloka mean? I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who knows this perfectly engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. So what is it says? Krishna is the supreme, Krishna is the source. So the person who is intelligent, he worship Krishna, not to go to the middle people, all the demigods. Like, because the demigods is only the person who is just assisting Krishna. Krishna is the supreme. So if you go to Krishna, you get everything. So here we see sometimes because of authority and because of the post, we get sometimes puffed up. And we see here also Indra, because of his post, because of his assigned duty, he also got puffed up. So now we will see after he get puffed up, and now Nanda Maharaj and Krishna is going to start the ceremony of doing Govardhan Puja. Before that, they have nice discussion. We have seen all that. Let's move into the Govardhan, descendant of Govardhan. How did it descended actually? In Garga Sameta, it is described that the spiritual world of Goloka Vrindavan, one day, Srimati Radharani was alone with Krishna, sitting beside him, and then she was telling that I wanted to have a very beautiful place which I can have a nice pastimes with you. So hearing this, Krishna, whatever Radharani asked, Krishna fulfills it. So Krishna was meditating in the core of his heart. When in the core of his heart, when he meditated, the effulgent bright seed came out. From the seed, it went into the air and it went into the sacred Chintamani ground, Vrindavan. And instantly, what happened is the seed was growing big, and it became the beautiful mountain, which is Govardhana Hill. It has lakes, rivers, trees. It's most pleasant. So in Govardhana Vrindavan, Radharani's favorite place is this one. And Krishna is saying that we can have all our pastimes here. Not only Krishna and Radharani, but also Krishna and his friends. Everybody can have the most beautiful pastimes on this Govardhana hill. So one day what happened is Krishna was telling to Srimati Radharani that I am going to descend on the earth and I'm going to have the transcendental pastimes. You should also come with me. Then Srimati Radharani said, yes, I'm so happy. But again, Srimati Radharani asked something special. What did she ask? I want this Govardhana hill over there. Then I will come with you. So then what did Krishna said? Krishna said, already it is there. It is waiting for us. We all know the pastime, how the Govardhana hill was carried by a sage, Pulastya Muni. He wanted to have a meditation in that Govardhana hill so that he can have nice meditation of the Lord. But what happened? He had a rule and suddenly it stopped there in Vrindavan and it was not moving. It was just brief explanation I want to give. I don't want to go into deep of it. So like that, it is already waiting over there in Vrindavan for Krishna. So here we can see that Acharyas also says that Srimati Radharani's, from lotus mouth of Srimati Radharani's mouth, this Govardhana hill has came. Govardhana hill is Haridasa Variya. It's a great devotee of Krishna. It is always serving Krishna in all the means he can, because he knows that Govardhana hill knows that what makes Krishna pleasing. The Govardhana hill, when it is very hot, it is so cool. When devotees are walking, it's very cold. When it is so cold, it gives the warmness. So this is a speciality of Govardhana hill. So Govardhana hill is mastered in the service to Krishna and his devotees. So there is one beautiful sloka in Srimad Bhagavatam where gopis glorifies this Govardhana hill. Hantayamatra abalaharidasa varyo yedrama Krishna sparsha yedrama Krishna sparsha pramoda manam tanoti sahago ganayostayoryat paniyasuya vasakandara kandamole. So here it says that how Govardhana hill is so beautiful and how always it serves Krishna. So we can see that now Krishna further instructs his father that now we should stop this Indra Puja. Let's start Govardhana Puja. But again, Nanda Maharaj want to put again his argument. He was trying to convince Krishna again and again, saying that no, please, let's do this Indra worship right now, and later we can do Govardhana Puja whenever you want to do it. But let us first complete this Indra Puja. No, Krishna was not agreeing with that point. Krishna was saying, no, it will take a lot of time to do Govardhana Puja. You know, there is not a lot of things we needed. You already arranged so many things. We can do it. So now we see that Krishna as a supreme personality of Godhead, and everybody knows that Krishna, whatever he speaks, everybody gets confused. So here, in front of Rajavasis and Nanda Maharaj, Krishna was saying this, and everybody got convinced by Krishna's words. And now they said, okay, let's do Govardhana Puja. So then what is what all we have to do? Now Krishna started describing what all we have to do. He was telling that we need a mountain of the rice, dal, lots and lots of milk products, sweet preparations, sweet balls, sandesh, rasgullas, everything we need. We need to donate so much of gold gifts to Brahmanas. And we should also feed to all the people, especially this Sudras, Chandalas, and everybody should get a lot of prasadam. So now we see that after getting the instructions from Nanda Maharaj, they all started preparation. When they started preparation, they all went to Govardhana hill. They cooked all the prasadam, tons of prasadam they have cooked. Then they all went to Govardhana hill. And once the sacrificing is done, they offered prasadam. That time, what Krishna had done is so amazing that everybody should know that who is Govardhana Hill? Govardhana Hill has two concepts. One is he is a servant of Krishna. The other is he is Krishna himself. So here we see that once the prasadam was offered, Krishna wanted to show to Vrajavasis who is Govardhana. And then he assumed the form of Govardhana and he started taking all the prasadam, aniyor. He started eating all of it. And then there was no more prasadam left over. But still Krishna is saying, aniyor, I want more and more. Then what happened is, like devotee said, that can we offer tulsi? Then somebody offered tulsi to Krishna and Krishna was satisfied. So like this, Krishna was establishing the Govardhana Puja. And the one more interesting point, His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrita Swami Maharaj was speaking when he was speaking this katha, the circumambulation of Govardhana Hill, what does it represent? There is 9 process of devotional service, right? Where it goes actually. So it goes into Pada Sevanam because we are using our feet in the service of the Krishna. So that is why it comes under Pada Sevanam. So devotees always do the circumambulation around Govardhana hill to get the mercy of Govardhana. And also there is this thing that they carry the rocks from the Govardhana hill and they keep in their houses, temple and worship. Till now that is going on. Like this, everybody celebrated nicely Govardhan Puja according to the instructions given by Krishna, and everybody was so happy and everybody returned to their respective houses. Then what happened? Somebody was not happy. Everyone was happy. Somebody was not happy, and that made everybody to just surrender to Krishna. Again, who was that not happy? That was Indra. Why? Because he was expecting something and it was not fulfilled, so he got ego. So we can see that in this material world, we keep on expecting something. We expect from our god brothers, god sisters, respect. I expect as a wife, I expect my husband should show me so much of love, or my husband expects from me respect, because he's as my husband, he needs, I need to give him respect. He expects from me, and we expect so many things, right, in this material world. When this expectation is not reached, what we happen? We get angry. From angry, we forget everything, right? So sometimes the other ways it happens. Sometimes what happens is like we get everything whatever we want, and then suddenly what happens is we don't get it. The expectation is now more high, and then we get even more mad. It's like that also. So we should never expect anything from anybody. Because we are ultimately the servant of Krishna. We should have that intention that whatever we are doing for the service of Krishna, not for anything else. So here we see that Indra is also expecting the worship for him from Vrajavasis. Let's see here, Indra is a king of heaven, right? And not only the Vrajavasis are present in the whole world, everybody is there. So many people are leaving, and not only Vrajavasis were doing this traditional thing of Indra Puja, but everybody were doing. But still, Indra was thinking, why these Vrajavasis are not doing, right? See, sometimes we have everything, but if you ask somebody, Mataji, I have everything, but there is this problem. See, always there is but in our life, right? I say, oh Mataji, I have everything. I'm so happy, but this is bothering me. See, that small thing here, same with Indra. Indra has everything. Everybody was offering. What was the problem if one Vrajavasis were not offering? So now still he had a problem. He got ego problem. He got angry. So we can see one more thing. The interesting thing what Indra was thinking is, he was thinking that if I let them go, what will happen is, now seeing these Vrajavasis, everybody will stop doing worshipping of me, and this will be custom and nobody will worship. So now this is what happens when you are in anger. Whatever, the frustration makes us to come all of these bad thoughts to us. That in Bhagavad Gita we have this sloka, क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः स्मृति विभ्रमा स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. Anger leads us to the bewilderment. From bewilderment we forget all the memory, and from there we fall down, right? So His Holiness Radha Swami Maharaj was also telling that the pride comes before we fall down. As soon as we get pride, that means we are expecting that we are going to fall down soon. And there is one interesting thing that Radha Swami Maharaj was speaking here, is that like surgery. Why do we do surgery? Surgery is meant to do something is bad is there in our body part, or something is not a correct place, or not happening something correct. So we have to correct it. That is why we do the surgery, right? So here Indra is getting the surgery because he's not doing his things properly, and he's getting proud and everything. So Krishna is giving him this treatment so that he can get corrected. In the same way in our lives also, sometimes we get puffed up. So Krishna tests us. Krishna makes us put in certain situations where we learn from that. So here there is another interesting point is, world is like a mirror. Whatever I see, because I am like that is why I'm able to see like that. If I am seeing in another person bad quality, that means first of all I have that bad quality. That is why I'm able to see in another person bad. So like now Indra is seeing that, okay, these Vrajavasis are not doing this. Oh, these Vrajavasis got so much puffed up and they are not caring of me. So because Indra himself got puffed up, that is why he's able to see in Vrajavasis like that, and he's getting angry. So why this whole pastime is not just for Indra, it is for all of us. Krishna wanted to teach us from every pastime that he does, there is some lesson that we are learning. From Indra pastime here, we learn from any post or anything that we are doing, we should not get pride. We should always think that we are the servant of Krishna, and Krishna may test any time, but we should be ready to pass our test. So moving further, now Indra got puffed up. He's so angry. He want to show his anger now. So what did he do? He sent Samvartaka clouds. And these clouds are not, Radha Swami Maharaj was explaining that it is not just a Mayapur floods, you know, when the Mayapur floods comes also, there is a lot of water in the temple. We see pictures are posted. So not like that. These clouds are so heavy. It can destroy anything. So now Indra is thinking that this talkative 7-year-old boy, he made to stop Indra Puja. Now let me show him who I am. So now he sent Samvartaka cloud to Vraja place. And now what happened is, first it started dark, everything is dark, and then suddenly thump, big sounds, and where we can see the lightning, thunder, it's like hurricanes, whatnot, everything, not just the drops of water, it's like a mountain, like it is explained in Shastra, like how a banyan tree so heavy, so huge, right? How it falls, when it falls, come down, how it will be there. It is like that, so much of water, everything made equal. There was no high, low in the area. Everything is equal, and people are helpless in Vraja. And cows were crying for calves, and calves were crying for cows, and mothers were crying for children, fathers, and everybody in Vraja were so much tense now. Now what to do? Now they all went there at the lotus feet of Krishna. They all know that Krishna is the supreme, and also they know that Krishna is a little boy. That is the magic in Vrajavasis. So now they all went to Krishna and said that, see, Krishna, you said us to stop Indra Puja. We did that. And see now what Indra is going to do with us. Now what happened? See, then now Krishna smiled and said that, you see, we have worshipped Giriraj, and Giriraj is going to protect us. Don't worry. Let's all go and take shelter of Giriraj. Now here, Bhakti Rasamrita Swami Maharaj was explaining that Giriraj, Govardhan was so far away, right? They all went into bullock carts and they did that ceremony over there. But how, when these thunderstorms came, everything is wet, everything is flooded, right? How did Vrajavasis reach again back to Govardhan? How? Because Krishna made a pathway which is very clear, so that everybody can go from there to Govardhan. So it was very clear, there was no rain, nothing. Everyone went quickly to Govardhan hill. Now Krishna lifted Govardhana hill. That pastime, we are going to see that. Why did Krishna lifted Govardhana hill? His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrita Swami Maharaj was saying that he lifted Govardhana hill. First, one thing is to protect Vrajavasis, that is for sure. The other thing is to show that he is a supreme personality of Godhead. See, we always there is a point that always everybody want to point out Krishna. Okay, Krishna is stealing. So why don't I steal? Krishna is doing rasa dance. Why don't I do? So this is all there. So that is why here Krishna wanted to show us, before you point out, if you can lift with your little finger, that too from on your left hand, little finger, then you talk all about this, talk about stealing, or talk about rasa dance, anything, whatever you want to talk about Krishna. So this is what the point that makes everyone to believe, to understand what is the Krishna supremacy, is that Krishna can hold the Govardhana hill with his left hand on the tip of his little finger. So very easily Krishna lifted the Govardhana hill, as if like just an elephant lifting the lotus flower, or a small kid lifting up a toy. And also there another description was also given is child lifting up a mushroom. It's that is also described. So it is very easy, right? A child lifting a mushroom, or a child lifting a tiny toy, or a big elephant lifting a lotus flower. It's very easy. So, but this is a very huge mountain. Krishna is lifting with his left hand. On the tiny finger, he made it to be stable with his little pinky, right? He made it to be stable. How can he make it to be stable in the tiny little pinky finger? Why cannot he? Because he is balancing whole universe, whole planets. So why cannot he do that, right? He can do anything that he wants because he is the supreme personality of Godhead. Now with a sweet voice, Krishna was telling, come on, Brajavasis, come everyone, let's take a shelter of Govardhana. We all can come under these, and I made an umbrella, you all can come in. Now everybody were coming inside the Govardhana hill with their all the cows and all the items that they wanted to keep it there. Everybody entered. Once they entered into, then what did the earth do? Earth also came into the service of Krishna here. Earth became made a nice boundary so that the water does not come into the Govardhan. It is so nicely, it is protected so that water is not going to come inside the hill of the Govardhan, and everybody is safe. See the nice quality of the earth here. And then again, we can also see that Sudarshan Chakra is also in a service of Krishna. Now, what did Sudarshan Chakra did? Sudarshan Chakra was on top of the hill. What is it doing? It doing there? It is evaporating all the water. And it is making warm so that nobody is feeling cold, and it is good and warm, nice, so that they can nicely enjoy inside the Govardhana hill. Now we can see that how Govardhana hill was lifted. Everybody were inside the Govardhana hill. Everybody was exchanging such a beautiful relationship with Krishna. Each and everybody can feel Krishna in their heart. But Krishna is in one place, standing still and holding Govardhana hill. But everybody can think that oh, Krishna is looking at me, Krishna is looking at me. But see, I am standing here. When I am looking at here, I can only look this side or this side or this side, but I cannot look everywhere. But even Krishna, he's not looking everywhere, but he's standing in one place. But because all of them are in the round, everybody is feeling that Krishna is just looking at me. He's just talking to me. He's sharing his love to me. So like that, everybody inside the Govardhana hill, everybody was sharing such a beautiful pastime. And here Radha Swami Maharaj was saying that when you go and stand in between of so many mirrors, what will happen? You see yourself everywhere, right? So it was like that. It was like that. Everybody can see Krishna in every place. And everybody was so happy that they could share their love with Krishna. Even the dogs, everything, deer, calf, cows, everybody were getting into the love of Krishna because Krishna is getting so much close to them. Actually, what happens? Every day, Krishna be sometime with Nanda Baba and Yashoda Maya, and sometimes he goes to a forest with grazing the cows, and then he comes back again. He sometimes spends with gopis. It is like that. It is divided. His day is divided. But what happened here? Because of Indra, the Krishna lifted Govardhan. Now everybody are in one place. Look at this blissfulness. He was so happy that like all of them are in one place and they're enjoying it. How such a fortunate, right? Even though it was like I started with that point only, right? The most worst situation can also be beautiful when we are associated with Krishna. So this worst situation was so happy. Now Yashoda Maya was thinking, oh Yashoda Maya was saying, oh Krishna, why did you do this naughty thing? See, you did this naughty thing. Now Indra gave us punish, and then now see, you have to lift this Govardhana hill and you might get tired. So why did you do this? So now what happened is Madhu Mangal was saying that, oh no, Maya, what you are saying? What tired? This is so blissful. But Mother Yashoda as a mother, she's saying that no, my Kana is getting tired. I'm so feeling bad that he had to hold Govardhana hill for such a long time. But Madhumangal was saying, look at Krishna, how beautiful he is. He's such a sweet, and look at his form, how sweet he is. Now we can see that everybody were talking about Krishna's bodily features, Krishna's way of talking, everything. But Mother Yashoda was still not convincing that about what Madhu Mangal was saying, that it is blissful. So after some time, what happened is Krishna lifted his flute from his side. He take the flute and he started playing the flute. When Krishna playing the flute, that is very, very beautiful, right? When Krishna playing his flute, he looks so beautiful. That form, when we see, we get mesmerized, right? So here all Vrajavasis also became so mesmerized. Then what happened is, when he started playing flute, everybody were telling that Krishna, you are looking like Shama Sundar, Ganashama, you're a big dark cloud, your peacock feather. Now here, Radha Swami Maharaj was saying, actually there are two storms going on, not one storm. One storm is outside the Govardhana hill and the other storm is inside the Govardhana hill, because Krishna himself is creating that storm inside the hearts of every devotee who is standing there with him. So now everybody were into so much of ecstasy. Now Madhumangal was thinking like, oh, look, when Krishna plays the flute, what happens when Krishna plays the flute? The rivers will get dried off and the stone will melt. All the unusual things will happen, right? So now everybody is thinking that if you know, we all know that Govardhana is a very pure devotee of Krishna, right? So then if Govardhana get melts, what we have to do now? Where do we go, right? So now everybody is saying, oh Krishna, you are playing flute. Now what will happen if Govardhana get melts? Where do we go? Please stop doing this. Please stop doing this. So like this, they were sharing their love. They were talking and they were joking. They were spending all these 7 days with a blissful of time. So they didn't even feel any hunger, any thirsty, nothing. But now we see one more small sweet pastime of Yashoda. Yashoda was thinking that, you know, oh Krishna, you are standing from 7 days, and you know you are standing and you are holding the Govardhana hill. You might be hungry. Look, you are getting sweat. See, I feel like you need to have some food. Then Krishna said that no, I'm not feeling any hunger, but as a mother you are saying that then I will have some food. So like this, it is happening. All the conversation was going on. So there is another description also. When Krishna was holding the Govardhana hill, Radharani, when he was looking at Radharani, there was a different reciprocation, because Krishna and Radharani love is ultimate love, right? So then when Krishna was looking at Radharani, there was something wonder happened. What was happened? So here in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Ramananda Rai says that Radharani's body is, each and every limb of Radharani is a service and love for Krishna. So when Krishna sees Radharani, what happened? Krishna just shaked, and everybody said, oh, it's shaking, it is shaking. Now everybody started putting their wooden sticks and like trying to, you know, make the hill not to fall. But actually who can stop that Govardhana hill to fall, not to stop? Only Krishna can do, nobody else can do it, right? So now the Vrajavasis were showing their affection and their love, and they want to put their effort to stop that Govardhana hill to fall down. So we see that that kind of pastime also. So over of these periods, 7 days, 7 nights, what Vrajavasis were feeling is that 7 days and 7 nights is like just one gatika, means 24 minutes. It's just only 24 minutes, because that much of pleasure they're having. They didn't feel that it was 7 days and 7 nights. They never feel that, no, they felt hunger, nothing. So like that, they had very beautiful affection and love for Krishna. And there were so many things were going. They were enjoying all this nice party time in under the Govardhana hill, 7 days, 7 nights with Krishna. So now we see, now finally Krishna agreed to eat something from Mother Yashoda's hand, and Mother Yashoda said, eat some yogurt, eat some this, rasgulla, that, and she was feeding him. So now this has happened, and now what happened is, in the story, now Indra came and want to see what's happening. So now when Indra came and sees what happening, nothing happened to anything. Everything was normal. So now what Indra thinking, what's happening? And the other thing also, the other side, what Govardhana Hill is thinking. Govardhana is thinking that, look, Indra, your Samvartaka cloud, what it can do? Nothing it can do. It did not even move a blade of grass from the hill of Govardhana. Nothing moved. So we have this Brahma Samhita verse, right? Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadirad Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. Without the will of Krishna, nothing can happen. See that Samvartaka cloud, nothing can do, nothing happened. Even a tiny leaf, tiny grass also did not move. Everything was fine and everybody was fine. And Samvartaka cloud, now it was in the order of Indra, but now it gave up. It gave up and it just came to Indra and said that this is what happened. Now Indra realized that what mistake he have done. So now he realized and he immediately stopped everything. Now we can see that clear sky, rain has stopped, no more thunderstorms, nothing. Such a beautiful, shiny, sunny day. Then now everybody was so happy, and Krishna was spending with them 7 days, 7 nights. Now everybody is going to miss Krishna. Then Krishna is saying that now let's go home. Now it's stopped. Now Indra is not going to trouble us. But everybody said, no, please, let us stay here. Let's enjoy. We don't want it to go. No, but we have to go. Let's all go. And then Krishna convince everybody and made everybody let go, and very, very nicely he put the Govardhana hill back. And one more interesting point I missed to say, when Krishna lifted the Govardhana hill, it made a very huge sound. It made shake everything. That was a huge sound made, because Krishna is lifting Krishna only, because Krishna and Govardhana hill is not different. It's the same. Krishna and Govardhana is the same. So like that, Krishna put it the Govardhana hill as usual normally, and then everybody went back. Now afterwards, in meanwhile, what happened after when everybody went back, they were nicely talking about Krishna. Now they all gathered in one place and they were talking to Nanda Maharaj, wonderful pastimes about Krishna. Then they were describing that Krishna, who is this Krishna? How can he do? He's just a 7-year-old. How can he do? He killed Putana when he was a newborn baby. He killed Trinavata. He killed all the demons, Shakta, Sura. He killed everybody. How is it possible? And he is also not like same color as you. Your color is different and Krishna's color is different. Who is this Krishna? Like this, Brajavasis were asking Nanda Maharaj. Then Nanda Maharaj replied to Brajavasis like this. What did he reply? He replied that, see, when Garga Muni came for the naming ceremony, he told us one secret, that your son is equal to Narayana. He can perform innumerable pastimes. He is non-different from Narayana. He has came in different yugas as a different avatars. Now he came as Krishna, as your son. So like this, everybody came to know about Krishna and they were all satisfied, and they Vrajavasis were okay. Now coming over point to the Indra. Now Indra did a mistake. Now he realized his mistake. As soon as we realized our mistake, what we do? We feel that guilty and we want to ask forgiveness, right? So now he wants to ask forgiveness, but he don't know how to do it. He goes to Brihaspati, the guru. Then Brihaspati says that, you fool, you did such a thing, so I cannot help you. You better go to Brahma. Now Brahma, he goes to Brahma, and Brahma says that, whom you came, I also did the same mistake. I stolen calves of Krishna. 1 year I kept them, and see, I cannot show my face. Please please don't come to me, okay? You better go to Surabhi cow. Surabhi cow is a mother, right? It can make us please and it can forgive us. So then now Indra goes to Surabhi cow for asking forgiveness and also come with him to ask forgiveness from Krishna. Here we can see one interesting point. I really liked it so much. What Radha Swami Maharaj was saying is, when we do some mistake, when there is some guilty in us, so what do? We cannot approach directly to Krishna, right? How can we show our face to Krishna? We have to approach Krishna through our pure devotees, like our guru or pure devotees. So that way what happened is, Krishna, seeing the pure devotee coming in a favor of us, he will forgive us. Not seeing us maybe sometimes, by seeing the devotee. So now, okay, my Guru Maharaj is recommending me, even though I'm so fallen, I'm so mistake, I'm doing all the mistakes, I'm having ego, I'm having proud, but still my Guru Maharaj is saying, please, take her, accept her. She's doing the service. She's a dear devotee. Then if my Guru Maharaj says these words to Krishna, automatically, because my Guru Maharaj is serving always Krishna or Srila Prabhupada, anybody, any pure devotee in that point, so then what happens is automatically Krishna accepts us. So in this way, we can see that is why Indra chosen Mother Surabhi. So here we can understand one more point also. What is the power actually? The power helped here to be going to Krishna. Like Indra is so powerful. Did that power help to Indra to reach Krishna? Or the simple heart or innocent? What did help Indra to reach Krishna? We can understand that Indra reached to Krishna only because of the simple hearted Surabhi. So there is no need of any power, any money, and anything that if you want to reach Krishna, Krishna only is expecting from us the love and love. That's it. Nothing he's expecting. He's not asking to give us everything or leave anything for him. Just love. Do your duty. Love Krishna. That's it. So now here Indra was coming towards Krishna with the Surabhi cow. And Surabhi cow first said that Krishna, when Krishna sees Surabhi cow and Surabhi cow sees Krishna, there was very nice exchange was going of love. And now we can also see here that how Surabhi cow is addressing Krishna as Indra, because Indra is a protector, right? But now Indra is not protecting anybody. He did a mistake. So now he's saying, Surabhi cow is saying, you are my Indra. See this Indra, instead of protecting everybody, he did a mistake. Please, Krishna, forgive him. So seeing the simplicity of cow, Krishna, Surabhi cow, Krishna forgave him. Now Indra started speaking here. So what did he started speaking? He's first bowed down in front of Krishna and saying that, Krishna, please kindly forgive me. I have mistakenly thinking that I am the supreme. I am the ruler. I am doing everything. And I thought that you are a small boy and you are taking my portion of profit, that what I need to get, you are taking. That is why I got puffed up. And that is why I did all of this. Please forgive me. Now Krishna is so merciful. As if you see in that case, if we see our own situation also, we are coming here from life after life, we are taking many births, we did many mistakes, but still when we chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, when we call out Krishna, Krishna, I don't have anybody else, only you, please help me. We immediately see that Krishna is coming into our life and helping us. It might be, it might be even tiny things also, especially taking to myself. Whenever I'm in problem, even though I'm so fallen, so mistakes, so many things, whatnot I did in previous life, I don't know, but this life itself I've committed a lot of mistakes, but still when I cry out for Krishna, Krishna is coming and helping me. Without Krishna, what can I do? What can anybody do else? Nobody can do anything. So now when Indra did such a mistake, but when came in front of Krishna and asked forgiveness, he immediately forgave him. And he said that, okay, now next time, please don't repeat this. And also you make sure that you continue your post there, and you can happily continue your post. And then here I was thinking, there is another level of understanding here also. Like sometimes we get puffed up, and we sometimes everything goes wrong also, even though we did not get puffed up. Sometimes it goes wrong, sometimes we might not do our sadhana properly, we might miss our rounds on that day, or we might wake up late. Everything this happens. Why this happens? Because to make sure that, to know that we are not a supreme, we are not having the powerful that we can do anything, or we are always pakka in our sadhana, we are not skipping down, or we are not doing anything. So this all happens. Sometimes it happens to us to learn, to understand that we are very insignificant soul, that we don't have any powers or anything, without mercy of Krishna we cannot do anything. To realize that, to understand that sometimes we might face struggles in our sadhana, but this is really good, that it helps us to surrender more and more towards Krishna. Like this, even here Indra's case also, this is all happened to him so that he understand, and he does not do this mistake again, or he understand what is his position in front of Krishna. He is a servant of Krishna, Krishna is a master. So this we can understand. And here it is also said that Bhoktaram Yagna Tapasa Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Suhridam Sarvabhutanam Gyatva Shanti Mruchate. So Lord Krishna is the enjoyer. He is the ultimate beneficiary factor of everything. Whatever we offer, we should offer it to Krishna. And Krishna is greater than anybody. Nobody is greater than Krishna. If Krishna is highest. So whatever we do, we have to do for Krishna. So that we have to remember. And there was one more interesting point in whole of this pastime is that even though if we don't worship if we don't worship demigod, demigod might get angry. Sometimes people feel that, oh, I am not doing my Satnarayan puja that it has told to me, and now I'm in full in Krishna consciousness, now what to do? See this, so we should never feel that scareness. Krishna is there. Even the demigod get mad about us, but Krishna is there as a savior. Like how Indra got mad about Vrajavasis, but what happened? Ultimately, Krishna is protected everybody. So Krishna is a root of the tree. When you water Krishna, all the tree is nourished. So there is no question of worrying about what will happen if I don't worship the demigod. So this pastime also teaches us that. So then, this is the whole pastime of Giriraj, Govardhan, and worshipping Govardhan. I know I have made it a lot of mistakes. Please forgive me, and think that a small child is presented in front of all of you. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, all glories to you. What a beautiful class. What a beautiful session. And especially I like, the way you were representing at every step. You were giving some lessons to learn. So beautiful narration, Mataji, so beautiful. And hearing your class, I could really make out that you have extensively heard so many lectures on this, pastime. So definitely you yourself have gone deep into this pastime, and that's why you were able to narrate it so beautifully. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much for all your wonderful services and narrating this pastime so wonderfully. You really gave a different mood to it. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, please correct Mataji if there is any mistakes. Please.
No, Mataji. There cannot be mistake, right? Because you were simply following the acharyas. So whatever you were speaking, they were definitely not your words. It was just your enthusiasm was there, and that could make the class more wonderful. So thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, for your encouragement.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika. Such a wonderful class. And I second everything that Kirtana Sundari Mataji said. It was simply brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I mean, everything she said was so true. You were just repeating and with so much enthusiasm. I think the enthusiasm level was so high, and that's what made the class so special. You were totally involved in everything you said. The lessons were very beautiful. The inside stories were also very, very beautiful. So thank you so much. So happy hearing this class. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Can I ask one question?
Yes, Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Pranam. Mataji, thank you so much for the wonderful session. Mataji, myself, Sheetal. I'm associated with ISKCON Gurugram Temple. So, Mataji, my question is, you said na ki jaise kai baar hota hai, like we are not able to follow the complete routine, like we get up late at times, although we try to get up early, you know, follow the Mangal Aarti ka process and everything and start your japa early morning. But kai baar jab se nahi hota hai. So you said this helps us in surrendering more, right? So that we understand ki we have not become, we don't become puffed up ki we have become perfect and, you know, hum shelter na le Guru ka ya fir senior Vaishnavas ka ya Lord ka. तो पर माता जी, how do we decide कि वो laziness हमारे part पे हो रही है या you understood my point, because it happens quite often with me also, you know, that I don't get up early, फिर उसके बाद मंगल आरती लेट हो जाता है, जपा सेशन लेट हो जाता है, फिर कुकिंग, you know, फिर पूरा दिन ऐसे ही चलता है. तो how do we decide, मतलब how do we understand कि this is because of my lagging, मेरी laziness है, you know, या फिर वो जो यहाँ जो पॉइंट आपने बोला कि which helps in surrendering, you know, मतलब ये ना हम लेजीनेस के कवर में हम ये सोचते रहे कि कृष्णा इज, you know, making me, you understood my point, right, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, I'm just, no, everybody can correct me if I'm wrong. So Mataji, you have to, you know, see your schedule, where you're spending your time and how did you spend your whole day? What made you to go back with your sadhana on that particular day? Did you spend your quality time in Krishna or you just wasted because of that? Or you were lazy? You can yourself feel that, Mataji. See, if I do the mistake, I mean, like if I am not able to get up on that particular day to Mangalarti, I can myself realize, I can revive my day, what I did whole day. Did I wasted my time, or it was because of some other services or some other things it made me late, and that is why it, I mean, unavoidable situations sometimes happens that we sleep late and we could not get up. That's okay. But you have to, you know, think, we know better than anybody else, Mataji, how we have used our particular day, Mataji. That is what my answer. You can judge it, Mataji, yourself, that is this needed that immediately be done. So that is why it wasted my time on that particular day. There are some things that we can postpone also. Some things we have to do immediately. We cannot avoid. That may cause us, you know, one day little bit late in our regular sadhana. That's okay. And also see that if it is repeating every day Krishna will not test, right? Krishna will test once in a while. So we can check on that also, Mataji. This is my humble answer, Mataji, but anybody can also correct, and please correct it, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Mataji. I think it's quite helpful. Thank you, Mataji. I understood the point. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Gandharvika. Beautiful class. And especially, you know, we always think, oh, we know this Govardhan Leela, right? But do we really know it? And then when you give us so many insights and so many different things. And what thought came to my mind is when you were saying how everybody was together and everybody was together with Krishna, and that was the most pleasurable time. Immediately, my thought went back to Sadhu Sangha that year when I was able to see all you guys, and I was thinking, yes, that's how I felt. And if that's just being with devotees is just a little taste of that, then being with Krishna and devotees, how much more should it be, right? So thank you so much. Sweet class, and I love the way you tell the story. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much for your association and blessing me. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Sarojanandini
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna. Yeah, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much for such a beautiful class. I was just appreciating how much you were involved with each and every each and every part of the pastime and explaining lessons from each pastime. And then description of the details that you gave, especially when Krishna was holding the Govardhana hill and he was able to, everybody was thinking that Krishna was seeing them from all different directions, and then how everybody did not want to go even after the pastime was over. They wanted to just be with Krishna. They were enjoying their time. So many details that you gave that, every minute was like so absorbing, and it was so beautifully explained. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Saroja Nandini Mataji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to Guru Maharajas and all glories to your wonderful, wonderful class, Mataji. And you were saying yesterday you were not prepared. It is such a beautiful class, Mataji. And exactly these are all these pastimes, this give us so many understandings, right? And these stories never get old. That is the main essence of it. Never get old. Every day you need to remind yourself that this is a reminder for me. And when you speak, it is like everything is applicable for me. Just like Krishna is looking at everyone, we feel that Krishna is looking at everyone. When all these anarthas come, we feel that thought comes that yes, this anartha is with me. And I just hope that we can implement everything. And thanks for these wonderful points, Mataji. At every step, you had beautiful, beautiful realizations. And what I like to know is at every point, you always went back to your Guru Maharaj. That is such a beautiful realization, Mataji. Thank you so much for this beautiful, beautiful class, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, for blessing me. Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you for encouraging me.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharajas. So much, Mataji, such a wonderful class, as all Matajis are saying, and as Kirtita Mataji was saying, and how you were giving lesson for every activity that was being held in the Leela, and you are giving a lesson. Those are so wonderful. And I love the fact that you said as a mirror is there, as Maharaj has given the example, like a mirror, and it is reflected everywhere. And Krishna, everybody was thinking that Krishna is looking at me. Same happened with when Brahma Bimohan Leela also, like they were thinking that, Krishna looking at me and honoring the prasadam. So yeah, thank you, Mataji. So many things to learn, and so much of enthusiasm you have, and so much of taste you have in Krishna Katha. Please bless me also so that I can get to do that too, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Your class was also so beautiful, Mataji. Thank you so much for your sweet words. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. So beautiful and brilliant presentation, Mataji. So you were like explaining so neatly when Kana was talking, like Krishna was talking, you were talking in that phase, like really Krishna was talking to her mother and everything. When Yashoda was answering, the way you like a motherly, you were answering. The presentation was awesome, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Radharani Mataji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Yeah, please go ahead. Parima Mataji, please go ahead.
No, Mataji, I just wanted to thank her. She's so wonderfully enthusiastic. I love her for that. And thank you so much, Mataji. You're such a wonderful devotee that I offer my heartfelt obeisances to you, to all your wonderful services and your wonderful enthusiastic class. And you have so much taste to hear from so many lectures and so many so many Guru Vargas that you are wonderful, and your class was also wonderful. I really enjoyed it, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Parima.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Thank you so much for this very wonderful class, Mataji. The quotings you have quoted from Bhagavad Gita, Brahma Samhita, and Radhana Swami's class. There are so many insights into this Govardhan Leela, Mataji. I have to learn so much as a devotee, how we have to live our life in Krishna consciousness, and what are the anarthas we have to get rid of those. There are so many beautiful points, Mataji, in your class. Thank you so much for taking all the time and giving us all this lecture in this Govardhan Leela, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Shama Supriya Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam. What a wonderful class, Mataji. Even one friend is not going to movie, the friend will explain the whole movie very neatly. Like that, you are also expressed very nicely, Mataji. One of my neighbor came to my house. She wants something, but when you are giving the class, she is also attracted. What a class she is giving now, non-stop, and your expressions are so cute, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Radha Mataji, for your sweet words. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, wonderful, wonderful. Very aesthetic and continuous flow of nectar. Thank you, very nicely. I explained just and all the acharyas hearing about acharya and very nicely, very enthusiastically you are saying, I just go to the kitchen for a little while and come back and forth. It's very, 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 very nice class, Mataji. You should give classes also on it. I know you're giving class to Brunda, Mataji. Bala Vrinda. So it's very nice. She's also like you. She's also giving nice class. Thank you, Mataji. Wonderful. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Komadiki Mataji, for your blessings. You are like mother for all of us. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Dear Vinita Gandharvi Mataji, Koti Koti Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev Ki Jai, Shri Radha Gopinath. Mataji, so nice, Mataji. Class is wonderful. You take us from material world to spiritual world. And whenever the Krishna Katha is going on, Shri Narad Muni is sitting there, Shri Hanumanji is sitting there. Even Srila Prabhupada or Guru Parampara 6 Goswami is sitting there. You are explaining from Sri Chaitanya Charanamrita, from Krishna book, and Govardhan is not different than Lord Krishna, and the expression is so nicely totally involved in the class. Why? Because I know you that you are hearing 2 class of H.H. Jaipataka Maharaj, H.H. Radhanath Maharaj every day. Yes, Krishna, Bal Vrinda is a one devotee, but you put so much efforts in Krishna Lila, and every day so hearing from our senior Vaishnava in a whole day hearing, editing the class, Mataji, so many seva in a very young age you are doing. So we can see the potency in your class, Mataji. Koti Koti Dandavat Pranam, Shidam Vrindavan Dham Leela Ki Jai. Like you are Shidama, Krishna Shakha, and expressing all the Leelas to all of us. All Vaishnava are totally involved in that Leela. Hari Hari Gauranga, Koti Koti Dandavat Pranam to your seva, dear Gopi. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Vrinda Gopika Mataji, for your sweet words always. Thank you so much.
Only 1 second. That you explained that Indra is puffed up, so there is so many anarthas on our heart, but Krishna is so merciful. Srimati Radharani is so merciful. Shri Nityananda is Chaitanya Mahaprabhuji is so merciful. They give us such a strong assessor of senior Vaishnava that we understand, oh, I am here wrong, and we correct ourselves and we chant attentively all around, hearing attentively Krishna Katha. Thank you, beta. Hari Hari Gauranga Dandavat.
Thank you, Vrinda Gopika Mataji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. I'm so sorry, I joined very late. Actually, today is also our Guru Maharaj's Vyas Puja. So we had at the same time, we had to special darshan today. So I'm so sorry I was not able to hear the whole class. But whatever I heard, it was so wonderful, and your realization at the end. I always feel, you always add something which you feel that you can connect to yourself. And especially, as we were talking yesterday, Ekadashi day, there is no way, Krishna, he always sees to it that his dear devotee speaks very nicely about him. Thank you for such a wonderful class, Mataji. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for your sweet words, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. This is Keshavi, Sadanandini Keshavi Devidasi from Hyderabad. Mataji, your class is so awesome. like other Matajis were saying, your enthusiasm, and I can see the childishness in your words, and you're so humble and innocence. I see a lot of times in your lecture, you have so much of innocence when you're explaining everything. Actually, really, we loved your class, Mataji. It's so good, and today I learned so many things from you. What we have to learn from each and every, whatever Krishna is talking and speaking to Mother Yashoda and Nanda Baba and with Indra, everything. We learned so many points. You were sharing so many points. What we have to learn from everything actually is so inspiring lecture, Mataji. Thank you for your sweet lecture. Thank you for joining me. Please forgive me, but thank you, Gandharvika Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Keshavi Mataji. This is all because of you came into my life. I am in Krishna consciousness. Thank you so much, Keshavi Mataji, for always coming and blessing me with your association. Hare Krishna and encouraging me.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Mataji, we have some messages in the chat from Harita Mataji. They were all saying the class was awesome and excellent. From Lalitangi Mataji and Sheetal Mataji and Saundarya Mataji. I think so. She's your co-sister or sister. You were saying something long back.
Yeah, she's my sister. She's my sister.
Sisters? Okay, yeah. So Ilango, Prabhu, Vrunda Mataji, Lakshmi Mataji, everyone was very appreciating your class, and Niharika Mataji and Parima Mataji. So I think so. You can see the messages. I just want to let their names.
Yeah, Mataji. I saw the messages, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji.
So I request any other devotees would like to share their realizations. You can please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Dhanvat Pranam Mataji. Please ask my humble obeisances. This is Venkatapati Vasudev Das. First, I would like to convey that today's class was really heart-touching, and living and actually visualizing the pastimes as you were narrating. It looked so clear that your love for Krishna is way on the top level. So I pray to Krishna that you keep on inspiring fallen souls like me, and keep on sharing this kind of wonderful Krishna katha all through your life. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for your encouraging words. Thank you so much. Thank you for your family association for us, so that we progress in our Krishna consciousness. Thank you so much for Keshvi Mataji and Venkatapati Vasudev Prabhuji who encouraged me to be in Krishna consciousness. Thank you so much, Prabhuji and Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. What a wonderful class, Mataji. It's always such a pleasure to hear from you. We will also feel like, okay, at least for some time, we get that inspiration. We get that mood that we have to do more. We have to serve more. And of course, so many lessons. Thank you so much for teaching us. And especially on this Ekadashi day, it always is a miracle how somehow you were able to give a class on Ekadashi. I know it's a very special day for you. Thank you, Mataji. Very beautiful session. Really loved it, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Indu Mataji. Thank you so much for your sweet words. Thank you, Mataji, for always encouraging me.
Okay, devotees, if nobody have any other realizations for Mataji or questions, we can end the call here. With your permission, Mataji, Vinita Mataji. Let's pay our obeisances to Mataji and all the Vaishnavas in the call. Vancha kalpatarupyasya kripa sindhubhyaiva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Krishna Katha ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Har Grace Vinita Gandharvika Mataji ki jai.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Are we ending the call, Mataji? Or?